I think sometimes with the different grinds that we do here in Call of the Wild, so many of them end up kind of getting placed on the back burner, and a great example of that recently has been the Black Bear grind, so much so that last time we did it, I didn't even remember the route correctly, so I wanted to place a little more focus on that, and kind of try to only do a couple of grinds, at least as the ones that we're mainly focused on, hopefully until we can complete those. So we're back here on Silver Ridge Peaks once again today, with a whole group of pronghorn bucks running off, but they are not going to be the focus. We're going to continue with our black bear hunt, and last time we did manage a couple of mythicals and I think one level 7, so hopefully something good has turned up from all of that. And although it is only a level 6 to start with, I already like that better than a lot of what we saw in the last hunt. So many level 5s and 4s were showing up that even like the level 7s and 8s were a kind of relief from seeing so many that wouldn't even make gold. So the one thing here, he is up to 19. That dark fur and in the shadows, it's so hard to determine where the vitals actually are. May have been a little bit high, but should be in through the lungs with the 300 there. There was another one up there in the brush, but it looks to be that female that Warning called. So just kind of one down here, and of course last time, because we sort of messed up the run, a lot of the hunting pressure is left up in the Tufans area, so we've got to start down here in the plains and maybe a little bit in these areas, just to clear that pressure before we go up to what I would consider undoubtedly the best lake for them. He looks to be the dark fur type, so not quite the one we're after actually. That was the dusky. I guess that's a little more of like the brownish color throughout the body, but we missed gold by about 0.3 on that one. At least the lung shot made it through there. There was a little bit of a weird angle in through the vertebrae. Unfortunately, it was a little bit short-lived. We already have a level 5 out here, and there actually is another right behind it. I mean, they are standing almost in the exact same place, so the only reasonable way I see to maybe get both is to attempt a heart shot here and then try to hit the other. That was not the insta drop that I wanted. Actually, that's a female, so not really a big deal. By the way, this is something that I didn't get to reference in the last video because we just didn't see any somehow, but light brown turkeys are absolutely everywhere right now. They're not really the sort of rare that they once were, and they were never that uncommon to begin with, but now they are just, basically it seems like at every single lake, there's at least one or two in the flock, so we're not missing rares or anything like that. They are just simply all over the place, and we're not going to be shooting them because it kind of feels like we're not getting the proper rare when we do see them. Now, evidently, the shot wasn't that good. I don't know what we hit there, but I mean, maybe an additional shot will help to bring him down. Still not the best, but we know the 300 is pretty powerful, so he should eventually drop. I am quite intrigued to see what on earth happened there. Oh, we hit. It was the exact same issue as the first spot. Because they are so dark, especially in the shadows, it can be difficult to tell what direction their head is. So I was trying to shoot like down through into the chest, and I guess either he turned his head or he was just facing that way and I couldn't see it. That makes a lot more sense, and luckily again it's on a smaller one. I don't know that we would attempt a shot quite like that on a level 9, but something to look out for, especially on the frontal angle shots. Once again already with the third bear, 2 of them being level 5s. That is not the best thing, but if there is one positive to that particular one, actually there's 2. When I thought the 2 bears side by side up there were both males, I had a second male track and it was that weight class, so it must have been that bear. The other good thing is this lake has been pretty much only a female black bear for quite some time, and we saw last time the lake down here in the southwest had a couple of male bears, including a mythical, and it had been one that was only spawning females, so that might still be a good thing, and kind of adds an additional one to check. In fact, another 5 back there towards the back of the lake. That is going to add a bit of time to run around and claim stuff, but as long as we do a little better shooting. Had no idea the tripod was right in front of us. That was pure luck that we basically walked right to it, but when we don't have to track him forever, it won't be that big a deal. So if he'll lift his head for us, try to slot a lung shot in there with the 300. That works a little better than accidental skull shots in tracking forever. So 2 more bears and 2 more level 5s. good to see that black fur type coming up as much as it has. And by the way, I am shocked that tracking distance is like that, because I don't remember picking up that many tracks, but that pretty well confirms that was in fact the bear we had a track from. And for our second level 5, a dark fur type this time, and actually a hard shot there at 330 meters. Definitely not a bad way to bring that one down. So now we're going to try to continue clearing pressure with some of the areas that are a little less consistent. And this one I think we shot 3 males at as well, so we can't even really use that spot. Some of these areas kind of sometimes spawn males and some don't, so we'll hope for the best, as at least hopefully enough to clear the pressure to get up to those good spots. Now this is some good information. 3 male black bears at this lake, and actually the reason that we didn't go to this lake last time, in fact as a 4th one is over there across the lake, is that the last time that we hunted Silver Ridge Peaks prior to our last black bear hunt was the kind of day after Thanksgiving turkey hunt, and we shot our diamond and I think 2 or 3 other toms up in that area, and we had left so much pressure that it wasn't reasonable to really bother coming after bears. See, there's another one back in there, so I think despite the fact that we're kind of alerting that 6, we probably better go get in the tower, because there's maybe some opportunity to get all 4. They run slowly, so if we can get 2 or 3 right off the bat, I think we have a chance at it. The only challenge is going to be the fact that there's so many branches in the way. That one there is a female, but there's even another back in there. It's tough to know what we actually have, but we'll worry about the ones that we can spot. We'll try to get the 6 probably when his head's down, because we've had such struggles with that so far. I wanted, hopefully, a neck shot. That didn't happen. That one is the female. Got that one going down. I think now that's one that we hit as well. Okay, these 2 are going out the back side of the lake there. That somehow was the drop shot, so I think we've gotten the 3 males that we originally spotted. And the way that it looks now, that might have been the only 3 males that were around, so there was that 6 on the far side of the lake, and I don't know where that got to. 2 there, maybe he's in with it, but we should be able to see as we go to claim those 3. That might be him, and it is. Actually, a good estimate too, 19 to 21, so a decent shot of that being a gold level 6. I don't know if we've had one so far today. I would think the only 6 that we shot thus far has in fact been a silver, so the one that we have close has a shot. That should be a vital hit and give us a good shot at another. But for the moment we have 3 to claim over on this side, and I think it was a 6 and 2 5s, so only one with any opportunity to be good size. And they kind of ran so many crisscrosses, I don't know what is what. That was in fact the 6, and it was a gold. Nice to see that finally show up with the dark fur type. One laying down here, and then the other's going to be the one that we dropped as it was fleeing. Oh, that was a 4 in fact. I'm actually quite pleased with that shot. It's so tough when any bear kind of stands up on his hind legs and you have to go for a quick shot. Because what they'll so often do is almost like skip the animation and kind of drop back down. And that can cause some pretty less than ideal shots. So I'm glad that one got in there and got the vitals. There's another 6. I mean, good estimate again. It's still better than the last hunt, where it was nothing but 5s. But they do seem to be all over the place as far as like the lower level bears go. But now 2 6s with a shot of being gold. That is a 19.6 gold with the black fur type. Almost the exact same weight too. Just over 200 kg. And I don't think the other one dropped. But he shouldn't have ran too far. This will be his track right here. And I've got to say, with 5 male black bears down at this lake and 3 of them making gold, our first one to top 20 today, in fact, with that guy, this lake may need to become one of our new kind of every single run type lakes. I mean, that was a lot of male bears, and certainly it helped to clear some pressure. There's still a bit left there, so let's go down here to the southwest, and that, if there's any males, might be enough to give us room to get up there. And that is what I was hoping to see, although ideally a higher level than that. There was a mythical here last time, and it wasn't visible from like where we usually see them. It must have been somewhere kind of up in the trees. By the way, you can kind of see what I was talking about with the light brown turkeys a little bit better there. A couple just kind of walking across behind the hill. There are multiple female bears more here than last time, no doubt, but I still only see... Oh, another mythical. Interesting that it's this lake once again. Let's go ahead and get a vital hit on him. Unfortunately, if we could have been able to tell the difference between the male and the female there, we could have gotten that shot off. But a drop shot on the move will work just as well. And I think that might be it for this lake. So we can kind of just continue scooting forward here. We'll see what that did for the hunting pressure real quick up there in the northeast. It's not ideal, but if we kind of split it up and maybe make use of the tripod, we probably can get up there without deleting any zones. So a level 4 that was not all that interesting, just a double lung shot, by the way, on the trot to drop him there. And this time, a female bear running through instead of the mythical like we saw on the last hunt. The mythical clearly kind of ran a little bit, but just down here in the water, and once again, actually that's a nice one, at 22.4, only missed diamond by about 0.4. But the dark fur type, we've not seen a mythical that was the black fur type yet, and I'm just hoping that if we eventually see a big bear that is a black fur type, it just waits till we have a level 9. But it would be nice to see some bigger ones with that fur type, just to kind of make it seem like it's more likely, but now we'll have to be a little careful as we head up here. So we do have a level 7. That's good to see, and if it is just the 2, then it's not a big deal, but I don't want to back up anymore, because if there are others that are in here, and actually, I hadn't seen that 6, but apparently he's just going to spawn in. I don't think we can shoot 3 there. I just think that's going to risk deleting the zone. So we'll try to get 2 if we can. Finally, a neck shot landed, and I don't know, we managed to tuck that into the chest for a lung hit. Now, that 6 may come back nervous, and that's what I'm hoping for. So the way that we're supposed to do this is fast travel over to the other side now. Did that zone actually get deleted? That'll be a little bit unfortunate. We'll have to see what that does. But now we can get the ones that are kind of invisible in the area that we just shot from. So that is our nervous 6, and that still will work. Gotta get away from one that's running right underneath us here, just a female. But as long as he doesn't go too far, not sure why he stopped, but no point waiting to figure it out. Then we had one more spawn in, just a 5. Can knock that one down with the 300 as well. And ideally, there should be some over in there. And this is exactly what we saw last time. And they are getting spooked by a mountain lion, which definitely does not help our case. We can try to get a couple of shots off. That may be intestines enough to bring down the 5. The 4 we definitely got, I think. And then, I don't know, if that 5 keeps trotting across broadside, which it looks like he's going to, it's not exactly going to be an easy shot, but if we lead that just right, we can get that into a vital and bring him down as well. Now, I think we did delete the zone, which is obviously the biggest issue here, but we got a bunch of males. Unfortunately, nothing really even remotely special. And just to kind of keep things moving along, we'll probably just grab the 3 that are all kind of close here for the video's sake. Then we'll just grab the rest and move on, because I think everything that we shot on the far side of the lake there would have been just silvers. Now, there was a 7, a Dusky level 7, and another over 20 score, which I think all 7s would have to be. Nice little gold out of that, and then I'm pretty sure everything from here on out is 4s and 5s, so we'll just kind of grab those, and I think we might be down to just that one final spot, which kind of has enough pressure gun. I think we can at least go look there. Man, it's unfortunate to see. Last time there were quite a number of male bears here, and I guess if there is one kind of bright side to that, not enough bears to delete the zone like we did up in the northeast. Just the one, and at least it was something to kind of continue growing our black bear count, but we would hope to see a couple more, and I was really hoping to see a higher level. It was quite some time ago. We did a hunt where I think we basically came up, maybe just straight up the road, and we ended up killing a diamond black bear in single player, and, you know, obviously that was the common fur type, but it would have been somewhere in this general area, so we know it has had big ones before, but at the moment just one pretty low scoring one. And unfortunate that it is just a silver to wrap up with, but in the grand scheme of things, despite the fact that we had one less mythical in this hunt, I think we still had more golds, which, whether or not that means anything whatsoever, I don't know, but it is good to see more high-scoring bears as we are continuing along with this grind. And definitely, the highlight of this hunt was this lake down in here, and the amount of bears that we got over there, that is definitely one to keep an eye on. And maybe that'll be a spot that'll help us to get that Blackfur type diamond. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.